What is going on, Eleazar, Eli, and or Mr. Six Figure Man here, back with another video. It seems to me like a lot of you liked the last video I posted, which I was talking about the case study and showing how to make it. And actually I got a few DMs from you guys that implemented the case study and basically did the same thing I did, which is awesome. That just tells me a lot about you as a person, because it shows that you actually apply the things you learn and you actually take action, which is what's gonna set you apart from a lot of these other entrepreneurs. But anyways, following with the case study, obviously the goal with the case study is to set up meetings and close deals. But another question that I get from that is, I have the case study, I set the meeting, how do I prepare for the meeting? What do I need to have? What do I need to take? What do I need to do? What do I need to know? Etc. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to go over the 7 things you really need to be successful in the meeting, and not only in the meeting, but before the meeting, to make sure that the meeting actually goes through, right? So sit back, relax, and let's get right into it. Okay, so for my sake, again, we're going to use real estate agents as an example. So step number 0 is you want to get them to commit. Right? When you set the meeting up, you want them to invest more time in you, because the more time they invest into you before the meeting, the more time they're going to invest into you in the meeting, and the more open they're going to be to hearing what you have to say. So what I always do, since I never do meetings in person, I always do them either through Skype, Zoom, or the phone, is I always ask them, hey, can we do a call through video? And once they say yes, I say, awesome, do you want to use Skype or Zoom? Right? And then if they don't have either of them, then I get them to download it. If they don't download those apps, Skype or Zoom, by the time that I ask them to, then we don't do the meeting, because it shows me a lack of effort, it shows me no commitment, and I don't want to work with someone like that, and I can tell that they're not interested in hearing what I have to say. So I get them to commit in the smallest ways by downloading an app that they don't have, just so we can make the meeting work my way. And that's what I do. So step number 0, get them to commit. Step number 1 is confidence. This is the most important one. If before the meeting and during the meeting you don't have the right mentality, you're gonna lose. If you go in with the mentality that you can't close a $2,500 client, and you can't close a $3,500 client, and you can't provide these results, then they're gonna know that too. They're not gonna believe it either. They're not gonna believe that you can do that either. You have to have the mentality that you are the best marketer you can be. You are the one that's going to change their life. You are the one that's going to make their business more money. You're going to make them more money, give them the ability to travel while doing all these things, and you're the one that's going to do that for them. So you're only there to help them, right? And you need to have that mentality. You need to make that mental switch that you are there to help them and they need you really bad, right? So confidence, believe in yourself, believe in your price, believe in what you can deliver, because if you don't believe it, then they will not believe it. I can tell you that right now. Step number 2 is have a general sense or an idea of their issues or their needs or their problems, whatever it is. Kind of get an idea of it. That way when you actually get into the meeting, you know what to bring up, you know what to share, etc. Right? So whether that be them not having an engagement on their Facebook or social media, whether they're running ads and the ads aren't converting, whether they're not getting qualified leads, whether they're not making any money, find out the issues before the meeting, okay? That way you have a general idea, write them down and go over them so you know what exactly you're gonna plan to structure your whole meeting around. Step number 3 is have a solution and have your offer. What solution are you gonna offer to those needs and those problems that they have? And then how are you gonna structure your offer? One thing I always do, and you're gonna like this, I always have 2 offers. I always have one that I'm gonna aim as high as I can, which I talked about this too. I'm gonna aim as high as I can, and I want them to say no to this offer. That way I can sell them on the lower offer, right? Because if you get a yes here, your price way too low. So I price my first offer pretty high, and then I have a one to fall back on for when they say no to this. I have this offer so I can at least get a deal. Remember, some deal is better than no deal, right? I'd rather get 10 bucks than nothing. So aim as high as you can, have a fallback offer. So say, hey, we can't work for $2,500, but if we get this going today, I will give you a 25% discount, just because I want to get this started as soon as possible. So now what you're doing is you're creating urgency. So have that offer to fall back on and create urgency on that, right? So they can sign with you right then and there. Number 4 is have a meeting confirmation email. Send them a meeting confirmation email or text. I'm going to show you a great email template that I have that I send out, and I create this banner for them. So the way I structure it is I put my name, I say, hey, good morning, prospect. This email is to confirm our meeting today at blah blah blah, so and so. I also created this banner for your future Facebook business page, and then I create their banner, I put their name, their phone number, I make it nice and professional, and I send that to them so they can have an idea that, man, this marketer, this salesman is taking it to a different level than these other people have. He is investing more time into me than these other people have, so I'm gonna give him more of a shot. So I always do that. You try that out. I promise that you're gonna stand out a lot more. So send that meeting email confirmation, confirm the meeting, that way you stay in front of their eyes, and then once you actually get in the meeting, you're all ready and you actually get both of you together in the meeting. So I always send it around 4 or 5 a.m. depending on what time I wake up. I'll send that 4 or 5 a.m. to make sure that it's the first thing they see in the morning when they wake up, and to know that I woke up earlier than them. So I always do that. Try it out, and you're gonna see some people that love the banner. Okay, all the prospects that I do it to, they love the banner and they say thanks. They're very happy with it. So try it out. So step number 5. This one is so important, and in the course we actually get, I think, one of the best scripts that I've seen is in SMMA. This is the meeting script. What you want to do is you want to have the list of things ready, a list of questions that you're going to ask, how you're going to position them, when you're going to ask them, and when you can move on to the next subject. In this course, they outline the meeting script so well, and I always use it. I always have it on my computer, and that's the beautiful thing about making calls on Skype or having meetings through Zoom, is that you can seriously just look at the script the whole entire time while you're in the meeting, and it's the most convenient thing ever. The script is I recommend having a great script. I recommend having everything ready and planned, because that is what's going to help you. That's what's going to help structure you, and that's what's going to help you close the deal essentially. So step number 5, have a meeting script. Number 6 is have a pocket full of objection handling. You're gonna drop the price and they're gonna say no. What do you say after they say no? Do you just sit back and say, okay, I'll see you next time? Or, okay, well, it was nice talking to you? No, you're gonna handle their objections. They've spent 45 minutes to an hour on the phone with you for a reason. Now have the objection handling ready so you can handle all their objections, all their complaints, and you can get the deal going. So, for example, the price is too high. Mr. Prospect, I agree with you, the price is way too high. When you say the price is too high, is it a matter of price or value? Right? Be ready to handle all those objections. So that's step number 6, is have a pocket full of objection handling. And step number 7 is head into the meeting, ask as many good questions as you possibly can. And let me say that again, ask as many good questions as you possibly can. No stupid questions. Only good questions, as many as you can. And sit there, shut up, be quiet, take notes, and listen. People notice that. If you're doing a video call and you're taking notes and you're interested and you're asking questions and you're keeping your mouth shut and you're nodding your head and you're giving good body posture, they're gonna notice that, and they're gonna see that you actually care about them. They're gonna see that you are actually interested in helping them and actually offering a solution for their problem instead of just selling them. Step number 0 is get them to commit. Step number 1 is have the confidence. Step number 2 is have a general sense of their needs and their problems. Step number 3 is have a solution, have an offer. Step number 4 is meeting confirmation. Get them to confirm the meeting. Step number 5 is have a meeting script. Make sure that you're ready to position everything a certain way, and make sure that you're ready to close the deal. Step number 6 is objection handling. They're going to give you objections, they're going to give you resistance. How do you handle it? And then step number 7 is ask good questions. Shut your mouth, listen, take notes, and close the deal. So hopefully that helped you out. I am actually doing something special for only 5 people. Down below is a link. It's to my Instagram. It's going to be a booking page. I am doing one-on-one coaching with only 5 people. If you want to pick my brain, if you want to ask me questions, if you want to know the juicy stuff that I have in store that I can share with you, then book a time. Okay, there's 30-minute consultation calls and 1 hour. Whichever one, depending on where you're at, you can book either of them. But only 5 spots. Book a meeting down there. Message me on Instagram as well if you want a discount on the course, because we're only running it for a few different days. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Leave some questions down below. Subscribe. Hit the like button, please. It really helps me out. And I'll see you in the next one.